Dr. Miceli, speak about this Utah study that Mr. Minter finds so important.
The Utah study was ordered by the Utah legislature and done by the Drug Regimen Review Committee of the University of Utah. The study was aimed to be a systematic review, and it is anything but that. In fact, there's no evidence of synthesis that is done by the Utah study. So when you do a systematic review, one of the key parts of it is to synthesize the evidence, to look at not just the risk of bias, but to look at the variation that's within studies, to look at studies based on their study size, to analyze them fully. None of that is done in the Utah report whatsoever. Another factor is that in the studies that the Utah Review looked at, in the clinical studies, they only analyzed 40% of them. 60% of them weren't analyzed. What this becomes is a complete data dump into a report. And in fact, when they look at clinical practice guidelines, they take them at face value. There is no assessment of bias in the clinical practice guidelines that the Utah study takes. It just accepts them. It accepts the WPATh Standards of Care 8. It accepts the Endocrine Society. It accepts them as gospel. It has no critical analysis.
What has the Utah legislature done with the study?
Well, the Utah legislature recently passed a bill to effectively end the moratorium and to issue a ban of these procedures.
So they banned it. They saw the shortcomings of the Utah study that
They did.